Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Smooth Business Growth Podcast, where we share 15 minutes of fast-paced, pure marketing strategies proven to move the needle in your business. So I'm your host and Captain Lindsay Phillips. I am the founder of Smooth Sailing Business Growth, where we help busy entrepreneurs attract and convert customers faster through powerful and consistent content marketing. In fact, if you go to smoothbusinessgrowth.com, you can download your social media roadmap to help you do just that. And I've already been chatting to my guest. I'm chatting over here for about 10 minutes now on her tool. It's amazing. So I'm super thrilled to be speaking to ex-Google product manager, video tool creator, and co-founder of Kapwing, Julia Enthoven. So let's set sail.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks, Lindsay.
Welcome aboard. I love your tool. Video is clearly, where it's at when it comes to online and social media marketing. But I was saying earlier, as an entrepreneur, it's not always a strength dealing with videos and kind of the back end techie part of it. What are the biggest challenges that you're finding that entrepreneurs face?
Yeah, right now when entrepreneurs think about making video, the tools that they think about using are really, there's no clear brand that sticks out across different platforms. So there might be an app that you use on your phone, something you use on your computer for certain things or for another. And that makes it really challenging because it feels like every time you need to do something different, you have to learn some new tool. And
totally.
Each tool has its own learning curve. So I think that's a big challenge for today's entrepreneurs. I would say that's more of a challenge for the ones who have jumped right into making DIY video. Even before that, there's the mistake of being too afraid of video to even get started with it. Or
that's
even
true.
Try. Or I think even worse for a cash-strapped business, spending a lot of money on a single video to hire, to sort of outsource it to an agency and get a really high production value video. And so, I think that it's really important for people to make their own videos nowadays. Social media has changed a huge amount, and it's all about quantity and consistency. And I think that it's really important to figure out a content strategy that works for you and, do it in a scrappy and inexpensive way.
So true. And I know the thought of hiring a production team or editors, it can be super costly. And for me personally, it's the techie part of it. It's I just think, oh my God, the time involved. I don't have time. Now, so sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I totally agree. I think part of that is it's not because of the entrepreneur's fault. It's because there aren't great tools available to them. And I think that better design can solve for some of that pain.
That is so true. And I was saying earlier, the tools that you have are so easy to use. And it's like my shoulders just went, oh, thank God. Now, when we do dive into DIY and, creating videos for marketing, what are some of the biggest mistakes that we make?
I think that the mistake of not filming your footage in in an authentic way directly on your smartphone is a problem too. I think that your story or videos are just the way that we record and share stories, and so using the same sort of arts of storytelling, showing people's faces, showing emotions, having a storyboard that takes the user from the start to the end of the video is really important, just like it is with any sort of conversation or storytelling. And so I think that spending a little bit of time before you jump right into the video, thinking about what the script is going to be or what the storyboard is going to be, is a really important part of production. And it's something that you can't skip and jump right into sort of the technical implementation of.
That's true. And I sort of feel like live Facebook lends itself to more being, on a whim or spontaneous and just kind of sharing your thoughts. But when it comes to actually marketing videos or things that are produced, you definitely need to, I feel anyways, it to be a bit more polished.
Yeah, definitely. I think that doing some planning and then also retroactively, editing to take out the mistakes or things that you wish hadn't been there or something is really powerful.
That's true. So besides, shooting a video and uploading, which is obviously self-evident, I mean, how can we be more creative to attract attention? Because that's really the name of the game with content marketing. We want to attract people's attention.
Yeah, so it's really important to be plugged into trends that are happening on social media now. So I think one way you can get new ideas for being creative is just staying on Instagram and on Twitter, seeing what young people are doing in the world, like looking at brands that you admire and seeing what they're doing and not being afraid to jump right into a new trend. Kapwing has a really popular meme maker, and our meme maker is, memes have become so much more popular in the last year, and learning how to use, humor and text embedded into images is a really important way to capture attention on social media. Beyond that, I think that there's no secret sauce. I think that, like I said, storytelling is it's a human art that's been going on for millennia. So I think that there's a lot of ways to be creative, and you can, new entrepreneurs will come up with all sorts of new ideas to have like stunts or different ways of storytelling, new formats that they identify with. That they'll put out there, and we can learn from those really creative people.
That's true. And I have a friend, she looks at Kat Von D, the tattoo artist, on Instagram. I'm like, that's a weird choice. But then she's like, yeah, but look at her page. And I looked at her Instagram. I was like, dang, like it was so well done. It's like a piece of art, and just all the different creativity. It's like you can really get lessons from looking at other people and what they're doing in bigger brands.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another piece that I've learned while marketing my own business, Kapwing, is that when you make something cool and when you do something that's sort of newsworthy or that people want to share with each other, even if it's not directly adjacent to your business, that kind of creativity brings a lot of exposure to your brand over time. And so I think that, not being afraid to do things that are a little bit off center for your business, doesn't have to be like the standard marketing, promo video. It can be something that's different and that attracts attention and that is sort of adjacent to your brand, and that can bring a lot of success to your business also.
That's true, and not being afraid to take risks.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So let's dive into Kapwing, your area of expertise, obviously. Now, why don't you kind of give us a brief rundown as to what you do? And I would love for you to share, you have so many, we can't go through them all, but share quickly 3 tools that you think could really help us market our business to attract more customers.
Sure. So Kapwing is an online video editing suite. We have a suite of 15 different tools that digital marketers, creative professionals, and generally casual creators can use to create video online. Our value proposition is that it's extremely fast and simple. So the learning curve is short. Like when you come to Kapwing, you'll know how to use it immediately. You won't have to take a tutorial or
it's intuitive.
Exactly, yeah, and that's our product proposition and everything that we build is how to make it simple enough that you don't need to take a tutorial to know how to use it. We have, like I said, 15 different tools, but 3 that I'll mention here. So the first one we have that we were chatting about just before this call is our Resizer. So our Resizer takes an existing video asset that you have, maybe something you filmed for YouTube or vertical video for an Instagram story or something like that, and resizes it for all of your different platforms, social media platforms, so that it's optimized for different formats and for different social media areas. So for example, if you film something for IGTV, but now you want to post it on LinkedIn, LinkedIn doesn't show videos that are bigger than 1 by 1. And so you might need to add padding to the sides of the video to make it like in the 1 by 1 aspect ratio orientation for LinkedIn.
I love it. That makes things so much, and it's like seriously 3 clicks and you're done. It's like brilliant.
Yeah, it's awesome. And the second tool I'll mention is our Subtitle Maker. So most people who have published videos, or if you don't know this yet, one big secret of social media is that captions or subtitles make your videos much more engaging and effective in social media. the reason for that is people often are watching social media with the sound off because they're in line, they're at work, they're in the bathroom, they're wherever. And so if your message is getting lost without the audio, then you're losing those users too. So our Subtitle Maker is really a simple tool for just adding text, adding text and typing that text out on your videos. Like all of our other tools, you don't even have to sign in to use it. Just come to the page, upload your video, and immediately get started.
Love it.
The third tool that I'll mention is our new design layout tool. It helps people do everything related to just layout and design. So you can add your watermarks, you can put in a background color, you can overlay videos in like a picture-in-picture format. You can resize them. You can do all sorts of different things related to as if you were using, Google Slides, but it also supports video.
Oh, cool.
And so that tool is great for someone who just needs to, who wants sort of brand consistency on things that they publish on Instagram or Twitter or wherever, and can, add their sort of visual elements onto every video that they make.
Yeah, and that helps with consistency too. And yeah, I mean, branding is important for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you can sort of, save different templates there and return to them or edit them.
Perfect.
And add in new footage.
Awesome. So what is your favorite tool that you can't live without?
So I use Kapwing tools for all the marketing we do for Kapwing. So I make, all of our blog posts, covers with Kapwing and all of our YouTube videos, things like that. And I would say that my favorite Kapwing tool right now is our Montage Maker. So, we started from square zero, and we were like, if we, forget the timeline, and if you forget what iMovie has, which is kind of confusing, and we just start from square zero, like what is the most basic way to merge videos together, into a single cohesive video? And that's what our Montage Maker is. It's just a really simple way to take photos, GIFs, videos, and just merge them together really simply, add some music, and then you have a video that's perfect for Instagram, for YouTube, whatever.
I love that. So you can take, like, if you have a bunch of quote graphics or memes or whatever that may be, you can put that in the montage and make like a little video of them, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could take a series of photos and make them into like a stop motion video. You could take your intro and append it immediately to your video. It's just like, if you just literally want to, tape two photos or videos or however many you have together, like you can do that really easily with the Montage Maker.
I love that. And that would be really great with Instagram too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can do things like make the first frame of the video a cover that appears on Instagram Grid, and sort of append that to the rest of your video. There's all sorts of different use cases across platforms.
Yeah. Awesome. And really, if someone had said to me, oh, let's make a video montage, I would have been like, okay, there goes my day. But the fact that your tools just make it so simple and easy to spit out and get more done, really, in a day.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, we see a lot of people who have basically never made video before who are making it for the first time with our tools. We have a lot of students that use our tools in classrooms. We have nonprofits that are using their tools to tell the stories of their community. We have so many people that are able to express themselves in video for the first time just because they have, a super simple, accessible way to do it.
Awesome. And so what's in store for Kapwing in the next year? Are you guys working on any new tools?
Yeah, we definitely are. So we're working on upgrading our Montage Maker, on adding a bunch of things like a bunch of powerful tools like transitions and all sorts of others that we think will make it the best sort of online video editor out there.
Cool.
And we also are working on a bunch of tools that are using like new technologies, things to make green screening a lot easier, things to make like automatic subtitling easier, all sorts of things that use kind of cutting edge technology to be able to make videos faster and apply edits faster. And so, yeah, we're working right now on finishing up the Montage Maker, and 2019 will sort of be pushing the envelope on what's possible with video when you're connected to the internet.
I love it. Well, I do use a couple of your tools now, so I'm going to have to dive in and spend some time and check out what all the other ones are. So you've inspired me to make my videos better and not so boring.
Your videos are boring.
Oh, there's so much more that I could do. I just love the whole idea of the montage and being able to resize them and put them on Instagram. And and I kind of gapped out on the subtitle thing that you do because we have a process, but your tool would make it a lot faster.
Yeah, I mean, we're all about this like DIY approach.
Yeah.
Instead of needing to outsource it for hundreds of dollars of video, you can just do it yourself very quickly online.
Seriously. And so quickly tell me why, because I love the story, why you named your business what you did.
So Kapwing is called Kapwing because of a word that comes from the Calvin and Hobbes comics. So Kapwing is the sound of a bullet ricocheting off metal, or anything, I guess, ricocheting off metal. And I love it because it's an onomatopoeia. It's both something you can see and something you can hear. That's just like video in some ways. It's also just the sound of something moving fast, pivoting quickly, all sorts of things I want to be part of the culture of our startup. And yeah, it's just a fun word to say. And we love the Calvin and Hobbes comics. And so we love that we can kind of pay homage to one of the original, content creators.
Totally. Love, love, love it. And so how can people find all your 15 tools? I can't believe you have 15.
They can find them all on our website. Go to kapwing.com. Or you can find it by searching for any one of those video needs. And yeah, we have, like I said, all of our tools are available. You don't even need to create an account to use them. It's all free and available to anyone on an internet connected device, phone or computer.
Sweet deal. It's a no-brainer. So go to kapwing.com. So it's Kapwing, and I'll obviously have that on my show notes and all that good stuff. So thanks for joining us. It was awesome chatting with you before the podcast and on the podcast, and I've now learned a couple of the extra tools that I'll be using.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks you so much, Lindsay, for giving me the opportunity.
Awesome. So this week's 50-minute cruise to move the needle in your business, folks, has come to an end. Thank you again to the awesome Julia. And if you are looking to achieve faster growth through blogs, videos, podcasts, social media, and sales funnels, look no further than smoothbusinessgrowth.com. So have a profitable and productive week, folks, and may the winds always be at your back.